So we're gonna make a vertical lid prop because I gave the one that I used to use away and I don't have one, and also Landon needs one for his tuning adventures. I'll show you how this works now. Now this is not a good example because this bottle one is very heavy. It's the type with kind of the car hood prop there. Just pretend that this was a regular upright with just a single panel lid back there, and this dowel goes behind here like so, and then the lid leans against this part, and you can adjust it shorter or longer, and the way it's situated will keep the tension. We're going to make that and show you how to make it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to drill a hole in a dowel. It's a lot easier to drill when you can hold something there rather than when it's a short dowel piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a mark with the awl. We've got our mark here. I'm just going to enlarge that with a punch like so. Hammer. And we're going to drill that. Just use an appropriate size hole for whatever size rope you have. This is pretty weak sauce rope, but it'll work. So now I've got a nice big indentation. We're going to go ahead and drill that out. Now we have one beautiful hole in that dowel. We'll just kind of clean it up a little bit with some sandpaper. It's okay if it's not perfectly center. This one will be yours. Alright, so we've got that dowel drilled here with a nice beautiful hole. I just drilled a bigger hole there in that board to kind of hold it. It worked well. Okay, so we've got our dowel just like the other one. Now we need a piece of wood. So here's our wood, and we'll go ahead and this is where we cut the old one out of, obviously. Go ahead and measure 1 inch from there. I've chosen to do about a 50-degree angle because I figure when the lid is not straight up and down, it's going to be a little bit going to come down, not quite 45. So 50 is good. And do the same thing on the other side. Even if it doesn't match the angle of the lid perfectly, which I think this one will work well. We tried it on that, it worked fine, but it's okay. It'll still work. So it's kind of like foolproof. You can't go wrong with this. Now Landon is going to cut that out. You scared me with your finger so close there to the blade. Does your mother know you're doing this? Okay. Set. We'll sand these corners just by hand. So we've got a nice smooth trapezoid type shape here. Just skip these sharp corners. I'm going to attempt to punch through the center right here. I don't know what is my problem. I can't get center, but it doesn't, it's not crucial. So if you are challenged like me, that's okay. It'll be alright.
This one goes in the middle, right? And then this one is like slightly that direction.
They're just offset from each other so you don't drill one hole through the other.
Right. Okay.
So they're two separate holes. Now we're just going to drill straight down. You don't want to drill out through it. Now, of course, if I wanted to take more care, you can make it as pretty as you want. Okay. And what we want to do is fit our rope. So if I go like that, it's going to pull through on this. So I'm just going to try and double it over. It's been a while. It's not something you do every day, making these. So, cut me some slack. Pull it through with the tweezers. Okay. Alright, then we're just going to tie a knot and then another knot on there. Just make a nice thick knot. See, the knot can't go through the hole right there. It's not going to slip out. Then we need a knot long enough length here. I'm sure this is going to be long enough. The dowel has to go out the back of this when it's in the piano, so we need to thread it through this way. Yeah, we got it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Then, so it goes through this hole in that orientation, then you just come around, pop it through the other hole, do our same little trick here. And goes under there, just a slip knot, and that's actually enough to hold it. Here, Landon.
Demonstration.
Yeah, give a tug.
Here we go.
Yeah, see if you can pull that out through there. No. And just for safeties, and so we have room to adjust it. That was the length of our other one. That's good. So we'll just tie a knot, another knot here. It should be plenty of adjustment. Plenty of length, I should say, depending on different piano situations. So we got a big fat knot there. Go ahead and cut that. And we'll fuse the ends of this. Okay. Fuse the end of this.
You want to do it?
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to cut it a little bit.
Oh,
That's all right.
I didn't do a good job.
Just a little.
Now I know. Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Smarty Pants. Now what are you gonna do?
You said it was going to be
You're gonna burn the dowel. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's looking good. Okay. So now, since you're so good, cut some strips. This is like saying this is nice, but you can use whatever, leather, scraps. You know, so this is a real thick material, padding. I like to use it for protecting the finish of the pianos anytime it's going to come in contact with that. Okay.
About that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. It's just
Good. We'll use this awesome glue that I use for just about everything. And we'll glue it, clamp that on there. It takes about 10 minutes before you can trust it, which is pretty good. It's really tacky glue. It's this Tite Bond Quick and Thick. Used to be called molding and trim. Okay. This tool will last as long as you want until you lose it. The rope is really skinny on it. I didn't have any fatter rope, which I probably would prefer, but I'm still going to use it for my tuning. I think it'll be fine for a good while. I don't think it's going to break in a catastrophic way. Yeah, but that's the process. All right. Everybody hold up your lid prop and say, get ready, 1, 2, 3, cheese. All right, good.
yeah.
Thanks.